Hello, gracefully chosen listeners, and welcome to Foster My Stories, the achievement-focused podcast for foster care, adoption, orphan, inclusive of underserved communities. I'm your host, Shalina Michelle Tate. And on today's cast-episode, I'm going to be highlighting some relative content that you and your family could take the time and check out to further grow as gracefully chosen individuals. To get things started, if you've been paying close attention, you may have noticed in the cover art for this cast-episode that you may have seen the likeness of Marilyn Monroe, and that's because she was adopted. That's right. According to iHeartRadio, Marilyn Monroe was abandoned by her mentally ill mother and spent most of her childhood in foster homes and orphanages. She was taken in by one of her best friends, who she stayed with on and off until she married at the age of 16 to escape her housing situation. She divorced shortly after and then became the Marilyn Monroe we think of today. So I wanted to highlight her as our January public figure of the month, and not because of her background or her backstory per se, but more so because she is relative to the adoption, foster care, orphan communities, and she is the public figure of January. Next on the list, I have a movie highlight for you starring Mark Wahlberg. You may know him from a lot of comedic type movies. And Rose Byrne, she is going to be featured in the upcoming sequel to Peter Rabbit, which should be out sometime next year, hopefully in theaters. Peter and Ellie Wagner are thinking about adopting when they meet Lizzie, a sassy teenager in foster care, and in a comedic and heartwarming look at becoming a family, the Wagners make an unexpected decision to give Lizzie a home along with her two rambunctious younger siblings. So yeah, they're taking in 3 foster children, and the title of that movie is called Instant Family, and I'm pretty sure you can find that now via YouTube or streaming services. And then I wanted to highlight a children's book for the month of January for you and your family to kind of check out, or you as a parent to kind of read over with your child. It's called Little Lucy's Family, a story about adoption. Little Lucy's Family by Eleanor Gormally is a wonderful book to open up discussions with children about adoption. Based off of the author's real life experiences of adopting her daughter, this illustrated story is in the point of view of a little girl named Lucy, whose mom and dad went all the way to Russia to adopt her. A great way to introduce the topic of adoption to kids and the many different ways that a family can be made up. Once again, this book is called Little Lucy's Family, written by Eleanor Gormally, and I highly advise that you check it out if possible. You can find it once again at www.christianbook.com, and you can buy it for $8.49 currently via PayPal. Once again, the title of that book is called Little Lucy's Family, a story about adoption. Is written by Eleanor Gormally, and the illustrations are by Orla Roche. That's Roche. This book is currently displayed as $8.49. So right now you can say it's on sale and in stock. Okay, so let me go back through the list for you. Today's featured public figure of January is Marilyn Monroe. She was adopted and in foster care before becoming Marilyn Monroe, famous for her dress scene where the wind is kind of catching her dress. And once again, iHeartRadio says that after she divorced from age 16, then she became the Marilyn Monroe that we know today. Then the movie highlight we have is called Instant Family, starring Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne, and they take in a family of 3 siblings called Instant Family. This is a family-friendly film. It's rated PG-13. And then I highlighted the book for you called Little Lucy's Family, a story about adoption. This is considered more so like a children's book, so you can find it at www.christianbook.com. Once again, written by Eleanor Gormally, illustrated by Orla Roche, and that's Roche. All right, well, those are the 3 categories I have so far. And if you would like to, submit some topics of discussions, submit some storylines, or if you would like to be a guest from the foster, adoption, orphan, or underserved community, you can reach out via the Foster My Stories Facebook page, inbox me there, and I would love to chat with you and connect with you. And if you would like to really donate to the cause and further the progression of this content and future episodes and future products and services, feel free to check out the Foster My Stories in order to make your contribution. No amount is too small for you to contribute, and any contribution will be highly appreciated. All right, so once again, that is today's review of our Relate to You highlights. Once again, I am your host, Shalina Michelle Tate, and I look forward to meeting you again here on Foster My Stories next time, Wednesday, 3 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time, and you can find Foster My Stories via Red Circle. You can find it at audible.com and also on Spotify, any of those 3 platforms, and listen in on this content. On the next episode, we have our community guest named Jessica Green. I'm so excited for you to listen in on her testimony on how she became a dynamic entrepreneur, mother, and community leader. So yes, please listen in. Once again, next Wednesday, that's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My community guest of the month of January will be Jessica Green. I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, and I look forward to joining with you again next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, foster, adoption, orphan, and inclusive of the underserved community means you're simply gracefully chosen. Take care.